Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Sunless Sea. This game was developed by Fail Better Games and has just been released on Steam, GOG, and Humble Store, as well as their website, failbettergames.com. The game was kickstarted back in 2013, successfully funded, and was released on early access through Steam and like all the beta stuff. That was released July last year. But I got my hands on an early copy, or early version of, well, not early version, early copy of the official release 1.0. You can see down in the corner there, I have 1.0. It is their final product. I'm sure they're gonna patch in more stuff. They've already announced DLC down the line, but so I've spent a little bit of time with it so far, and I absolutely, really love this game. It's a very cool vibe to it. It's a survival adventure game, I guess would be the best way to describe it. The setting is not like something you would really put with like a roguelike type. When you think of roguelike, you think like FTL, Binding of Isaac, and a few other games of that type. And they have a very, I guess, hyped playthrough or play style with them. You're very aware of what's going on. You're very into it and focused on the moment. In Sunless Sea, it's a bit different, as you know, you're gonna die a lot. That's just a given. You're just gonna die. It's an extremely hard game, but the nature of the game is very methodical, very slow, and not what you would really expect from a roguelike game. But I think it works perfectly in the setting. The art design is absolutely incredible, and it gives off a very Lovecraftian vibe, which I really like. We need more Lovecraft games, I believe. But you'll see all of that when I start up the game. There's not too much going on in options. There's audio settings. So I think I lowered some stuff. Audio settings, not much to write home about. Video settings, quality, sublime. That's, I guess, the ultra. There's charming, adequate. So I put it all the way up. You can have window mode if you want. Resolution is basically what your monitor can handle. You can edit your key bindings. And there's not too much to do here, but I haven't rebound anything yet. And you can reset the tutorial if needed. I'm gonna start a new game. Like I said, you can when your captain dies, and you start again from the beginning, you actually have the opportunity to carry over some of the things that you lost, or that you had with your old captain. And also another thing to keep in mind is the map is completely dark, so each playthrough you get a feel for where things are on the map, and that's I think a really neat idea. Is it's not generally procedurally generated. It's like there's islands, I'll show you all those, but there are islands out there, and they shift very little bit, just to like give you an uneasy sense of, wait a minute, this wasn't here last time, this is a little off this time. So but every major structure is in basically the same place, because you do get quests that you are that you probably have to repeat a lot of the beginning quests after you die, and have to keep on doing it, so you'll know exactly where to go, or the general direction of where to go. So I'm just going to start a new game. We'll show you everything there is about Sunless Sea. Now the game's very text driven. There's a lot of writing, and that's one thing I will say right off the bat is the writing team for this game did an incredible job. I really, really, really enjoyed, the stories that they tell. So here is our dock in Fallen London. If that name rings a bell, this is the Fallen London. This is the same game company that made the game Fallen London back in 2009 as a browser-based game. So in that game, I haven't actually played it, but from what I understand is there was an alternate version of Victorian London, and it was basically taken down into the depths of this of the Neath or the Untersee, and by I guess demons or what they call bats. So I don't know what's going on there with the bats, but anyway, right off the bat we have to make our captain. We have two different options. We can choose our past and get some bonuses to some of our abilities here, or we can just say screw it, let's go out and just play. I'm going to just go through the choose a past. So it gives you some text options here, and it reads out like a story. I'm not going to really go through I'm not going to read through all the options here. I'll pick what I think is good for me, and then you'll have to discover what's good for you. But it is good to just, in the beginning, read everything, because there's a lot of information to take in. I am going with, actually, let's see, I'm going to go with the veteran of the campaign. It'll give me bonuses to iron and the skill of causing direct damage. So iron is the ability to, how much damage you do on your attacks. So I've noticed in my previous playthroughs, I've gotten in a lot of bad situations where I've had to rely on combat to get out of. So I'm going to stick with the combat skills to make it a little farther this time, possibly. So I picked the veteran, and now I gain 25 iron. So now my iron is up to 50. I have one shady cook who is a crew member. Gain 20 echo. Echo is your currency in the game. Think of it like gold, money, whatever. We are a weary soldier. Now you are a Z captain. They call it the Z instead of the C, which is pretty cute. And then now we have an ambition. Ambition is basically your end goal. There is an end to the game, and you have three options. Your father's bones. Basically, it'll set you on a quest to find your father's bones and bring him back to London to bury, and that's how you basically will win that ambition. Fulfillment, gather hundreds of tails, which is going out and just a lot of exploring. And wealth is what you might think. You have to gain a lot of servants and a lot of echo to just buy really extravagant things. I'm gonna go with the fulfillment. I like the exploring. And then the last part, I believe is the last part, is just pick what people call you. I don't believe this really has anything to do with any parts of the game. Like, I don't think choosing one or the other is going to make a difference in the end game. So I'm just going to go with people refer to me as Captain. So then we get to pick an appearance. There are little profiles here. I'm going to go with this guy here. I'm going to name him Nemo. So we have our Captain Nemo, and he is not a fish. He is, I'm too old for that. So now we are in London. We can go exploring. There's this advice for captains. I highly suggest everybody read on everything. It gives you it's kind of a tutorial book, but I've already read through it actually a couple times. So I'm just going to sell it. And you get some 50 echo, which is good right off the bat. So now we can go. We can either go through London or we can go back into our lodgings and see what we can dig up. But I'm going to go to London and check out the Admiralty's survey office. And basically they give you an overview of what this place is. They'll pay for information from Z captains to find out what and how. So if there's anything in particular I'm looking for, or I can give them some information when I go out and into the world and come back with some interesting objects or interesting reports, stories, if you will. So right now I can't get to the next part of this. So we need Admiralty's favor of no more than 2 to unlock, really, to get this this next step. So there's nothing really else to do. We're gonna go back out into the streets, and right now there's a couple things right here that are locked, and it gives you these little indicators of what you really need. So right now I just need a free evening to get this cruise the Wolf Stack docks, but and then I'll be talking about a lot of the meters here. This is something that will reduce terror, which is this bar right here. You get terror from being out in the world, hearing stories, seeing creatures, and you'll see a lot of that. So right now I don't want to hire more crew. I don't need any dry dock repairs. This is the first quest. We get a tomb colonist, and we have to take them to the colony of Venderbite and then sell them there. So we now have cargo that we have to take for a quest, and see where we can go. So like I said earlier, this game has some feelings of like faster than light, and as you can see, you can customize your ship. You can get new ships, and we'll have options to buy deck weapons, forward weapons. This particular ship that you start off with does not have the option for forward or aft weapons. You have auxiliary and bridge components and your engines. And then if you do want to upgrade, in the major ports, you can go to the shops and you can look through all the vendors here and see what they have to sell to you. So right now, I don't think I really need anything of note right now. Maybe buy a couple supplies, but I don't really think I need them right now. I just want to save my Echo, because things are pretty expensive considering what you just start out with. I can go to my officer tabs. Every now and then you'll come across new officers that you can assign. First officer, right now I have a cook, chief engineer, gunnery officer, surgeon, and your mascot. So right now I just have a shady cook, and I can either unassign him, I can speak to him, and I will speak to him and maybe get another quest, maybe see what he wants in this world. So anyway, I'm really done with London. I'm going to go to my lodgings and see if I have any recent news, recent things I can do. There's not really anything. I need a lot of things right now to unlock some of these. So right now it looks like I am pretty good to go. Here's the shipyard. This is where I can upgrade or buy a new ship, but obviously I don't have anything anywhere near enough Echoes to upgrade. Except I want to downgrade for which I don't even know why. So I think we are ready to actually just set out. So I am going to press E to launch my ship, and we are going to go out in the world. Now up here we have our our speed. I can go up to 2 times, 1 time, full stop, reverse, full reverse. And then as you see, as I go, I'm burning up some fuel, and then the hunger will rise as I go. And then once the hunger reaches this little part, it'll reset itself, and I will lose a supply. And as I pointed out before, the terror meter will climb when I see things in the fog, or in just in the open sea. And then here's our hull integrity, which is basically your life. So I'm gonna stop at this little island right here first, because I do know where I'm going for the most part. So I'm gonna just pick up some more quests and do some more reconnaissance. So I am gonna present myself at the Hunter's Keep, and now I can have luncheon with the sisters. I've had luncheon with the oldest and luncheon with the middle sister. I have not had lunch with her. Okay, so by having lunch with the youngest, I've lost 28 hunger. So that just, I fed my crew. Fragments, nothing. An occurrence. Your gods of the Z storms. Attention quality is now. What? Gain 1 supply, and I got this this story, and I have 1 memory of distant shores, and I am acquainted with the Sisters of the Hunter's Keep. Let's see what some news is. No. Oh, I guess I could have lunch again with another one, and I get another supply. I did gain 1 terror from that, and I have a Tale of Terror. And I get the port report. The port reports, I can go back to London and basically give those to the Admiralty to gain some more echo. So I am pretty much done here. There's no shops on this particular island, so I am going to get back out to it and head up to Vanderbilt. Anyway, besides just the story aspects and the gameplay stuff, just look at the art. The art is awesome. I am really impressed with this. Here, I will show you combat now, because that is a pirate ship. I'm going to enter my combat mode. And when I get into range, I have my deck weapon here. And I want that all the way charged up. And wait for them. Boom. Nice and easy. We have the all clear, and I'm going to go loot and scuttle this ship. So now I have a cache of curiosities, and I've gained 2 fuel for that little bit of trouble, which isn't bad. Now there are a lot more dangerous encounters than that. Which you don't want to see, but I'll venture out probably far and just find something eventually. I must say the early game is very hard, just because of the lack of echo that you have. You don't have anything to upgrade, or anywhere near the resources you need to upgrade. So here I am in Vanderbilt, and I have the option to, boom, I just completed my first quest. I gained an iron, I lost my tomb colonist, obviously, and I gained 2 supply. And I now have an outlandish artifact. which I can bring back to London and give to an antiquator for some big money. So now I can, basically the same thing I did in London. I can go venture out into Vendorbite and kind of find some more quests, see if I can get some new items or things that will help me on my way. So I got my port report. And I can visit the curator. Now, I know I'm not really explaining all these. There's a lot to really read and take in. So I highly suggest you go and take your time. I've been through this a few times, so I know kind of what I'm doing. But not really. So now I have a major quest. And I'm going to get out of here now. Actually, I'm going to go to the shops first. See if I can... No, there's no... I don't need fuel. I don't need supplies. I think I'm good for now. Okay, anyway. Let's head out now. The fog's rolling in. And that's not cool. Like I said, the devs did a very, very good job with this game. I'm really enjoying it. I got sucked in. And as you can see now, after playing it for a bit, you can see what I mean by it's very, very slow, not like your typical roguelike game. Everything's very methodical. The setting's very melancholy. It's very macabre is probably the word I would use to describe the whole setting as a whole. Alright, now I'm gonna fight this this crab here. Easy enough. And now we have two options. I can get supplies, or I can dissect it as a challenge. The challenge is based on my my abilities that I have. So I failed the challenge, and that's because, if you look, that's based on these. The higher these are, the higher the probability is that I don't fail those challenges, depending on what it's looking for. So, and then obviously it's a greater reward if I do succeed. So I'm just going to venture out. I'm not going to go back to London. I just want to show you guys more of the world. So here is the map I can bring up. And as you can see, it's pretty big. And like I said, most islands, there's some of these like small ones here will maybe shift a little or something, but all the major stuff stays in pretty much the same spot. The sound is really cool. Every time you get going or you get into combat, it's this very ambient music. It's pretty cool. I'm just traveling, I'm just exploring, that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm here for. Like I said, my ambition is to just explore the world and come back and retire with all the stories I gather. As you can see, I'm not going fast at all, and I really don't mind. There is an option I can go full power to the engines. It goes slightly faster, but you burn a lot more fuel, and you have a chance that your engine will catch on fire. Right now, I'm basically looking for a big creature to just basically come and kill me. And then I also have this little guy, our own bat, who will go out, make rounds, and he'll come back and tell me where landmarks are, how close I am to certain things. There's islands anywhere. Alright, I don't want to get caught in these. And I'm starting to run out of fuel. When you do run out of supplies, however, you will start eating your crew. Like I said, it takes this very macabre setting. Yeah, you do resort to cannibalism at some points. Here I am at the Chapel of Lights. Let's dock and see what I can find here. I'm surprised there weren't any creatures out in the world there. Usually there's like a shark or like a bound shark or some pirates. I've actually never been up this way. I always usually go down to the south after Vanderbite. So this is all new to me. And we get fed. And we get a port report, and there's really nothing else I can do here. Alright, well, let me head south. Just kind of see. Yeah, we went all the way. Here's our starting point. We went all the way up here. Let's kind of get rid of this area. See what I can find. Everything I find will be logged in my logbook down here, so every now and then. Now here is something that will probably just wreck me. Mount Nomad. It's what I would call a sentient iceberg. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that. That thing will just wreck me. I am running out of fuel, though. Which, I should probably just get back to London. Anyway, it is nice to see that this game, you know, it started off as a Kickstarter, it went into early access, and then, you know, you've heard all the stories of terror of early access where, you know, devs just abandon their games and stuff like that. But I'm happy to report that that is not the case with Sunless Sea. They did a very good job. They kept everybody informed on what they were doing, and they really did. They released a pretty amazing game. It's definitely gonna be on my radar for best of the year, because I've had such a blast playing it. It's very chill, and it's something I can just relax and you know, just kind of lose myself in. So I am back at Vanderbite. I'm actually gonna dock here. Oh, I got bats chasing me. But I can get to dock before they do any serious damage. And I just got the notification for low on fuel. So I'm gonna buy some fuel just to make it back to London. So let's go back to London, and then I'll kind of wrap it up. Oh, more pirates. I'll just take them out. Ooh, he hit me. Alright, let's gather up the supplies. Loot and scuttle. Maybe it gets some. Okay, get a cask of mushroom wine, which I can sell. fair enough. Let's head all the way back down to port. But anyway, as I'm sailing back to port, and would it be sailing without a? Yeah, as I'm steaming back to port, I'll wrap it up. This game is definitely something to watch out for. Everyone should go out, at least give it a shot. Do some more research on it. There's a lot of information about this game, or just in this game, I should say. There's so much going on. It really feels like an alive world. It is very easy to just lose a couple hours in this. It's because it's so relaxing in a weird kind of horrific way, if you will. But it's definitely a cool game to get lost in. And like I said, you're gonna die. You're gonna die a lot. I died a lot already, and I still, haven't even come close to reaching end game stuff. I haven't been across the map. I one time upgraded my ship to the next level. It's extremely hard, but everything you do feels very rewarding when you do have a success, and everything you do really feels impactful towards your next run, if you know what I mean. Like I said, you die, but when you die, you take with you the knowledge that you just gained from that run to use in your next run, and you just get a little farther. And every round every new captain you have, you just get a little farther and get a little farther, and that's what really drives you. Just keep playing so you can see the rest of the world and just see what the devs here have accomplished. And it is great. The writing is perfect. The art is stunning. The music is really cool. Everything about this game is awesome. So go check it out. It is available right now on Humble. It is available on Steam. It is available on GOG, and it is available through failbettergames.com. I believe it's around 20 bucks. They might be running a promotional price on it now, but it's going to be around 20 bucks. So go check it out. Go give it a shot. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you around.